Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know already, my name is Candace, and in this channel we do all things lifestyle, beauty, plus size fashion, family, vlogging, and all of that. If you are new here, welcome. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would love to have you become a part of the family. And if you are an oldie but a goodie, you know how we do. So in today's video, I want to share with you all my experience as a content creator. I get asked this question so many times, and I just thought I'd put it in a video. It took a long time for me to get to the place that I am in right now. And I want to share with you guys that it can be done, and us plus size girls, we are rocking it. So the first question I always get asked is how I am always so confident. And let me tell you, brother, sister, whoever is watching, I was not always this confident. I was not always secure in who I was. And the reason for that is because I didn't love who I was. If you knew me, if you know me, then you know that I hated the camera. I would hide behind the camera. I would run from the camera. I would always offer to take the picture versus being in the picture. And if I was in the picture, I hid behind someone, or it would have to be a selfie. So at the end of the day, I was not always this confident. What helped me to become more confident is I had to learn to love myself in my current state. And at my heaviest weight, I am the most confident I have ever been. I was 150 pounds before having my son. And even then, I was a very insecure person. I didn't love who I saw. I didn't love me. I had to learn to love myself enough in my current situation to become the confident person that you guys see right now. The second question I consistently am asked is, how was I able to become a lifestyle plus size content creator in the beginning of my content creating world, right? So if you look at it, and sometimes I believe that, what is the word I'm looking for? There is a statistic that plus size women can only do plus size fashion. And one thing I did not want to do was only do plus size fashion. So instead of me coming from doing makeup and then going right into the beauty industry for myself and doing skincare and doing makeup on myself as a content creator or doing plus size fashion, was because I wanted to break that statistic. I wanted the world to know that regardless of my size, I can still produce the same kind of content as this content creator who is a size 10 or a size 4. I can still produce the same content. I can still give you what you're looking for. I can still give this brand, or whatever the case may be, I can still do what they're doing, just in a different body. I wanted to change that statistic. I wanted people to see that we as plus size women don't just have to do plus size fashion. And to be honest with you, if you look on Instagram back then when I started, there were no plus size bloggers. There were no plus size, and if there were, I didn't see them. There were no plus size lifestyle influencers. They were more so doing plus size fashion and plus size hygiene and things like that. I wanted to break that barrier. I wanted to break that stigma because I wanted it to look different. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do what my favorite influencers were doing. Her life sparkles. She's one of my favorites. Her name is Tina. I wanted to be on the lines of Nitra. I wanted to be like that. I didn't want to just be your typical plus size girl who does fashion or only does beauty from. I didn't want to do that. So I wanted to break that barrier, and I wanted to change what it is that is normal in this particular industry. Starting out as a content creator in the lifestyle industry, in the influencer world, because I was already a content creator when I was creating makeup content and posting it, right? But what I wanted and what I needed for myself was to know that I could break that barrier. So once I learned to love who I was and I found my confidence, I was able to say, all right, let's do something a little different here. Let's not go strictly into beauty content and do makeup on yourself. And let's not go strictly straight into plus size fashion because that's what they're expecting from you. Let's do something a little different. And when I did that, no, it took me a long time. I ain't gonna lie. It took me a long time to get my first brand deal in a lifestyle campaign. It took me a long time to see the reward of my work. It took a long time, and I kept pushing. I kept pitching brands. I kept or posting the content. I kept doing what I needed to do. But one thing I wanted to do was to break that statistic that all plus size women only do fashion. Because we're more than that. We're more than what we put on our backs. We're more than the makeup that we put on our faces. We're more than that. Now, I love beauty. I love clothing. I love to dress. And that has now become a part of my content because I was able to break that barrier and I was able to say, I did that. So now let me get back to what I love. Not that I didn't love doing that, but let me get back to what I really love and what I'm passionate about. I am not going to say by any means that it was easy. It was not easy at all because I had to I had to change my niche from doing makeup to now incorporating my family in everything that I'm doing. And it was not easy to maintain my following and to maintain the people who followed me for my makeup and things like that. But if they followed me for makeup, they saw less of me and more of my clients. So now that I'm filming more of myself, and it got difficult. It really did get difficult. So I have to be honest with you guys. It was not easy stepping out as a plus size lifestyle content creator. I wanted to break the barrier of becoming a lifestyle content creator because, again, I was not seeing anyone who looks like me doing household content creating or doing lifestyle content creating where they were filming for certain brands that are for household brands. You know what I'm saying? So it was not easy. So let's just call it what it is. Just do it. I know it is hard to see everyone out here being able to do what it is that they love to do, but yet you love to do the same thing and you're getting a totally different kind of feeling from a brand or whatever the case may be. You can do exactly what little Lucy over here is doing. You can do the same thing that skinny mom is over here doing. It's you just got to produce the content and make sure that you prove yourself to these brands. That's it. Another question I got because I started to incorporate a little bit of marriage content on social media, and I have a good looking, tall husband who I have been with for 21 years. We've been married for 13, and he has been with me through every gains. He has been with me through every trial, every tribulation, every up and every down. He has been there, right? So when I started to post him, I started to get a lot of negative comments from people who don't even know me. So I get asked a lot how I'm able to combat and how I'm able to be so calm in some cases when I get negative comments about my weight and the fact that my husband is a good looking guy. He's tall, he's thin, he's fit, and yet he's with a big girl, right? So to be honest with you, in the beginning, it was a very hard thing for me to cope with because I couldn't understand why people felt that way. And I really didn't know that people felt that way until I started to post more about my husband. I really didn't. I guess I was living under a rock because I did not know that people genuinely felt like a nice looking man who is tall and thin and fit with a plus size woman was an issue. So these are some of the negative comments that I would get. He's cheating. She pays all the bills. He's using her. He's insecure because he's with me. He has low self-esteem and he's cheating. I get that all the time. Or he really does not love her. He's only with her because she has money. Or she may be, or this is another one. She's rich. And if I am, that means he is, right? So I would get those comments a lot. And eventually I had to sit back and I'll be honest, sometimes it bothered me. Sometimes it made me want to quit. Sometimes it embarrassed me. Sometimes I felt like because my posts were going viral because of mixed emotions and the mixed comments that I was getting positive and I was getting negative. I was getting more positive than negative, but the negative stuck out a little bit more. So it did something to me in the beginning. It did have a toll on my mental. Sometimes it made me question him. Are you really, what's the deal? And not realizing that I'm being dumb. You're really asking him that when you pays the bills in your home? You makes more money in your home, and it has nothing to do with the fact that he makes more money than I do or he pays the bills. He's the man of our home. He's the head of our household. So I had to stop believing what I was reading because those negative comments definitely overpowered everything. And the negativity is it's strong. Again, it can overpower the positive. It definitely can overpower the positive, even though there's more positive than negative. But sometimes you just have to remember where you are. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't guys out here like that, because there absolutely are guys who will use, but I know guys who use skinny girls all the time. I know guys who cheat on skinny girls all the time. You have the most beautiful women in the world who have been cheated on. You have, and they have the nicest bodies. They have the prettiest faces. They have money of their own. You know what I'm saying? So I had to realize my husband and I have been through so much together, or you are where you are. You can't come down the way that you want to. So stop allowing these fake accounts to deter you from what your purpose is. So that is one thing that I had to realize, is that some people are really upset with themselves. They don't have what you have. And I never want anybody to be jealous of me. Please do not be jealous of me, because I don't want that. Everything I have came from God, and everything that I have, my husband has. And even if I did make more money than him, he has never given me any other reason to think that he was with me because of my money. We have been together when we both had nothing. We have been together and we both struggled. We were married early at 23 years old. So I just had to come to myself, and I had to understand that some people are just bitter with their situation. So they want you to feel the same way. They don't think that you deserve it because they're little and you're not. And they feel like they're prettier than you. So how the heck does she get him? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the negativity is strong, but it's a reflection of who they are. And they can only be who they are. They can only give you but so much. So that's how I deal with the negativity now. Before, I didn't always deal with it the proper way. And right now, I just delete the comments. I delete them. Sometimes my husband will see them and he'll respond, and I have to tell him, listen, I'm going to delete that. But it's not worth dealing with, because you have to understand that people's negativity is a reflection of who they are. One of the things that we as plus size content creators have to deal with on a regular basis when it comes to filming content in real time and then posting it. A lot of people, someone like me who is on a weight loss journey, I don't post about my weight loss all the time. So when you have people claiming that you don't go to the gym, or you don't work out, or you don't eat right, or all you do is sit around and eat all day long, they genuinely feel like they can make the comment that you just need to lose some weight for that man because it shows him more respect, or he needs to push you to go to the gym. He needs to make you lose that weight. He can't make me do anything. He can encourage me, but it's up to me to make that decision. It's up to me to change my mindset. It's not up to my husband. And you can't tell me he doesn't love me because I'm a big girl. No, if he loves me, he will encourage me. He's not going to push me to do anything that I can't do at the moment. But what I was getting at is that I feel like a lot of people, unless you are posting your weight loss journey every single day, you are constantly going to be criticized for showing your plus size body online. And that is one thing I just don't understand about people and their comments and the things that they say. It makes no sense. But I'm not going to share my weight loss journey every single day. I'm not going to share with you guys every time I go to the gym. If you don't follow me and you don't see my stories, that's on you. So that is another thing about being plus size and a content creator and in this influencer world, is that a lot of people, they'll make the comment but don't understand that you are working on yourself. And if you would just do the research, you wouldn't make this comment. So I just want to take this time at the end of this video to encourage you, whatever it is that you want to do and you don't feel like you're good enough and you don't feel like you're chosen to do this, or this is not your purpose, I guarantee you that if you continue to press and if you continue to do what it is that you want to do, and you do it with integrity, you do it with poise, you do it with strength and confidence, I can guarantee you that barrier will break. Don't compare yourself to so and so who's doing better at it than you. Just keep doing it and I guarantee you'll get better. Keep doing it and I guarantee you'll start to see the reward of your press. Apply the pressure and do what you have to do. I promise you will see the reward. All right, y'all. So that is pretty much it. I hope that this video was encouraging. At the same time, helped some of you all who are nasty. Just change your ways. Everybody's not out here promoting being unhealthy, and everyone's not out here with a strong backbone. Everybody doesn't have that. Everybody doesn't have tough skin. And I feel like some of you are so nasty and you don't care. You genuinely don't care. And your harshness doesn't change anyone's reality. It doesn't change someone's situation. So again, please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and become a part of the Candy family. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.